This is ASS Breaking News.
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for joining us on another ASS News exclusive. I am your anchor, Assman Bin Licken. Brock Jurgensen is out on assignment trying to fit a 3-foot pole in his 2-inch penis. A lot of news happened today, especially on the steps of the Capitol, where we had an arrest made to AOC. And as you can see right there, the brave, heroic police officer making the arrest is here with us today. Sheriff Siraj Sharia. Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Sheriff Siraj.
Thanks for having me, boss.
We're doing good. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it must be tough for you, especially after those heroic deeds in arresting AOC, saving democracy, some would say.
You know, it's a long time coming.
So, walk us through that day, Sheriff. Tell us what was happening, what you were thinking about when you were putting on your uniform. Did you know you were going to save democracy today?
In all honesty, no, I didn't. All I was thinking about was booty.
Booty. I mean, you did arrest the big booty Latina herself, AOC, as we were shown video of a man claiming to love her big booty and calling her a big booty Latina and saying, "Look at that ass. Look at that ass."
I believe the exact words that AOC used were, "Look at that big juicy booty."
Yes, thank you very much for that fact check. Now, while you were arresting her, did you see the big juicy booty? Can you confirm, is it actually big and juicy?
I can just tell you that I was unable to, the reason why I was unable to get any handcuffs on AOC was because her booty was simply too juicy to get her arms successfully tied around her back. I just couldn't get it done.
So no handcuffs were laid on her hands? Simply
for that reason. I think it's a misnomer for everyone to, jump to conclusions that this was a stunt. It wasn't a stunt. The only thing stunting.
Okay, so you actually arrested her.
We actually arrested her, and she's now being sent to a maximum security facility.
Oh, over trying to charge the Capitol? Are you saying that she is a part of the insurrectionists?
I would say insurrectionist.
Well, can't get any more of that big juicy booty than being an insurrectionist. That's for sure.
No, it's ass erection.
Ass erectionist. And for the other arrests that you made that day, how would you say Candace is holding up?
Candace out.
See, you're my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
Look at that big ass. Look at that big juicy
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's going on, the BBs? I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Jay Kobbe.
And we're the Habibi Bros. Welcome to another episode of Habibi Power Hour. Jay, you were coming in a little choppy there. Not during the cold open, just now, because you can never get anything right.
What did I do wrong?
Everything.
Was it me who did something wrong, or was it you?
Oh no, I always do something wrong. But
well,
yes.
I know that, but I'm just wondering if I also did something wrong.
I mean, you did do something wrong.
I'm for sure did.
You did, yes. But you especially did something wrong there. Anyways, welcome back, Habibis. Another episode of Habibi Power Hour. Before we get into it, obviously, if you like that premium exclusive shit show content you just saw right there, because everyone loves to laugh and everyone loves to what is it, Jay? Oh yeah, that's right. Turn this shit off because of how unfunny it is. Go ahead and check out our locals community, habibibros.locals.com, in the description. Use the promo code GenRuben69 for more unfunny ass content you just saw there.
God, I hope somebody honestly hires you as a hype man, because I don't think anyone does it better.
Yeah.
Ready? Are you ready for the shittiest rap you've ever heard in your life? Here comes MC Siraj. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's figure out why his parents are so disappointed in him. Whoa, whoa. But no, we didn't do a live one last week. People over at Locals was able to catch us do a complete recorded one for the very first time.
Right. I don't think we've ever really put out a pre-recorded Habibi Power Hour, not involving a guest and not premium. So yeah. But anyways, Bartolome Esteban Murillo says, I had no idea the Habibi and Chief's side gig is a member of the Fuzz. Your Baba must be so proud. You are making something of yourself. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
He's a Fed and a jihadi.
I mean, it is clear as day what I've been up to when I'm not shit posting on Twitter. And it is, of course, being a Fed, as you can see right there. There's me arresting
AOC.
Look at that. It's like uncanny, Jay.
It's insane how much he looks like you. But you know what? If you were to do a terrorist attack, the best thing to do is become a Capitol Police officer and allow people to walk in on January 6th and do whatever the fuck they want. That's the best way to do it.
Oh yeah, 100%, essentially.
Oh yeah. Let me actually. Oh, are you actually drinking some alcohol this time, or?
Yeah, it's called Diet Mountain Dew. It actually makes your balls shrink to the size of.
I don't know how much smaller your balls are going to be able to get. I got another bottle of Angel's Envy.
Very
I have
nice.
I have Pam's, my girlfriend's family here for like 5 days, and luckily enough, her uncle's also a whiskey drinker. So we've been swigging whiskey, slanging it all night long for like the past 5 days.
Abe Eckstein, thanks for the super chat. Says Mazel Tov to the real Candace on her baby.
The real, oh.
Which one's that?
I can't believe he's going to be having getting you.
Indian bra. Is this?
I'm actually going to Google if Candace Owens had a baby.
Yeah,
is that who he's talking about? Is that the real Candace?
Is this?
Yeah, birth to a baby boy.
Wow,
that's right. Man, I'm so far off of like all of that world of like Candace and all that kind of stuff that I have no idea what's going on with them.
You know, it's okay. Jay, I accept your apology.
Well, is it your kid?
No, that would require me to have sex, Jay. And you know me, I purely the female body just completely disgusts me, of course.
Oh yeah, that's what is the problem.
Exactly.
Is that
I can't
you're
come near it.
disgusted by the female body, not the other way around.
Yes.
Okay,
that's
got
right.
it. Got it. We got to make sure. Look, as bros, we stand together. Even though you have a freakishly small dick that makes people run away and scared, it's not that.
It's their
It's not
problem.
that. It's their
problem, not
problem.
mine.
Exactly. No, not at all. Even though you're scared of vagina.
Debatable. So, Jay, now that we have the monster of our day and age, AOC behind bars, what are we going to do to celebrate?
That she's behind. I don't look. One thing I want to stay clear here, as well, is the claim that AOC has a big juicy booty, a big juicy Latina booty, is what was said, right, by the attacker. The she was making it out like the guy was going like threatening her life, like the absolutely disgusting rapist, fucking raping her with false
words.
statements of her not having a big juicy Latina booty.
I mean,
She does not.
What?
I was going to say, like, for Latina booties, her booty is extremely mid, like to low tier. Mid to low tier. She does not have a big juicy Latina booty.
I don't know, Jay. We got it. Let's watch this clip.
See, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina. I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress. Woo, I love it, AOC. Hot, hot, hot like a tamale.
So,
Oh, shit. That's like a tamale. fucking retard, man. Holy shit. So stupid. But that
set it off, right?
man, that was a threat on her life like I've never seen it before. Holy shit. Holy shit. What Brett Kavanaugh was going through, nothing. The people getting shot at the baseball on baseball fields, nothing compared to what happened. Oh my God. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. And it's not like AOC was ever, advocating and pushing for people to go to people's homes and protest them, go to where they eat and be in their face, to go heckle them and all that kind of shit. It's not like she was doing that.
Well, interestingly enough, because of Alex Stein harassing AOC turned around and decided to start harassing former President Donald Trump.
Look at that big ass. Look at that big juicy booty.
I'm gonna come.
It's so good.
I mean,
it's so good. The way she's saying it. It's fucking hilarious.
Jay, she knows how to spot a big, juicy booty.
That is true. She does.
Even if she herself is not fully in possession of a big, juicy booty, she has great eyes for the juiciness of the booty.
She does. Absolutely. I mean, I don't think we're going to have a president with a bigger, juicier butt than Trump. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
That
essentially,
you could literally haul in basically all the votes. You could dump all the votes with that dump truck of an ass.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I mean, when it comes to the best ass president, that's Donald J. Trump.
Yeah. So
all day.
We'll never have a president who's funnier or with a juicier ass than Donald Trump.
Nope.
That's a combination that you can't manufacture that in a lab, Jay. You just can't.
You can't. And it's really I feel for AOC though. She got heckled and threatened, her life got threatened, and then she got handcuffed and arrested.
Can't believe it. I think we have footage of that. Do we have footage of that?
I think
I have it pulled up. Spencer is running behind our producer because he's fired and decided that there was something else that was more important than I don't know.
His job.
Yeah, his job. Jesus Christ. So let's see. Do I have it right up here? Maybe not. Maybe I do. But I'm hoping we'll find it here anytime soon. Oh, here it is. This is
This is so good. This is
Talib is selected by Afghan nation. Talib is elected by Afghan nation. Talib is accepted by Afghan nation. Afghan nation is seeking an Islamic Sharia. Afghan nation is making an Islamic Imara. Afghan nation is backing an Islamic Imara. Talib is selected by Afghan nation. Talib is elected by Afghan nation. Talib is accepted by Afghan nation. Afghan nation is seeking an Islamic Sharia. Afghan nation is making an Islamic Imara. Afghan nation is making an Islamic Imara.
they're using the same they're using the same fucking voice filter as everyone who recites Quran. If you go to any Quran recital on YouTube, it's the same filter.
You know, you got to respect the cameo from the United States military in this video, because that's all of our equipment.
I was about to say all of it. Like, you got Dell computers everywhere. That whole thing is still set up from the United States.
Literally all of it.
Even the clothes they're wearing, like, it's.
Afghan nation is seeking an Islamic Sharia.
Look at that.
Afghan nation
Look, these are all U.S. made. U.S.
an Islamic Imara.
Even the helmets.
Talib is the blood price of nation. Talib is the rejoice of nation. Talib is the voice civilization.
Utilization.
Price of nation.
This sounds like your cousin.
Talib is the voice civilization. Talib, 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 Talib. Talib is the blood Christ of nation, the rejoice of nation, the voice civilization
of nation.
Talib is
the one civilization.
Talib is elected by Afghan nation. Talib is elected by Afghan nation.
I think what's the funniest, Jay, the funniest part about this is that the Taliban, like, people think that that's unique in terms of like content, like songs coming from terrorist organizations.
Well, coming from your people.
I mean, yes,
Afghanistan, Pakistan,
but
India.
All songs are like that in that part of the world.
No, they really are. I mean, we would send each other TikToks of them trying to rap and shit. They use the same filter on it and they start trying to rap in English like they're picking up chicks. It's absolutely fucking insane. And what's even more insane is looking at them just flash all of our equipment. All of it. Now, I didn't see one AK-4, well, maybe one AK-47 in it, but the rest of it were all our guns. All of it.
So, Abe Eckstein says this is worse than the vaccine song.
That's very Islamophobic of Abe.
Then Tyler Smith says songs.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Look how they just left it. They didn't set up shit. This was already like this, left by our people. They didn't try to destroy anything. They didn't try to move anything. Nothing. They left it as is for them to walk in and use them.
Pretty wild, right?
It's absolutely wild.
Kate Hyde says 4 things are certain in life: death, taxes. Siraj is out of focus, and Jay sounds like a robot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Super Chuck 20 says the jihad is so gay or synth. So
it's a little bit of both. It's gay synth. It's gay synth.
So I know that we've talked about a whole lot of nothing in the
past 20 minutes.
So let's get to some news, shall we? I don't have a functional banner because our producer is currently shitting the bed as we speak. So we're just gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it like we always do, Jay. It's not like we do any prep for the show, right?
Absolutely not. Except maybe read a couple of stories before we come on here. And by read a couple of stories, I mean watch anime.
Yes, watching anime. So basically, let's start off with AOC and the squad being arrested. And of course, fucking Spencer, literally the link he included of the video.
It's not working. Oh my God. Dude, that is absolutely fucking typical of.
So Ilhan Omar tweets, "Today I was arrested while participating in a civil disobedience action with my fellow members of Congress outside the Supreme Court. I will continue to do everything in my power to raise the alarm about the assault on our reproductive rights." Now, one thing that's interesting, if you notice in this video, is that both Ilhan Omar and the orange headscarf lifting her arm up, following AOC, who's lifting her arm up right there. I noticed that Dave Weigel had tweeted and then deleted a tweet about how stretchy are these handcuffs.
Right.
Honestly, the tweet was based, the deletion not based.
No, not at all. But with what happened with the Washington Post and shit, I think he's like walking on eggshells right now. And at the end of the day, honestly, I would have just some more self-respect and just quit after that. I would just quit after what happened with Felicia and shit. I'd be Johnson,
like, you got to pull. He had to pull a Magic Johnson, give up like his, because Magic Johnson gave up his ownership stake in the
Lakers,
Los Angeles Lakers, so that he could tweet more. Which honestly,
based,
can't get more based than that.
You can't get more based than that. And it's just the first thing that's absolute bullshit was the fact that he was actually suspended for the retweet. Like that right then and there, I would have been like, okay, goodbye, peace, and just fucking leave. I would have more self-respect in myself to just fucking leave after some bullshit like that. And then just watching Felicia completely attack your character and tweet whatever the fuck she wanted for the past 2 months afterwards. Well, not 2 months, 2 weeks or 3 afterwards. Is just absolute horseshit.
Yeah, I think. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, it obviously horseshit, but not to get too much of on a tangent. I think the interesting part that came out of this story about AOC and Ilhan Omar being arrested was that the whole event, the whole thing was a stunt coordinated with a supposed Soros-funded dark money group, according to the Washington Examiner, my former employer. Andrew Kerr, investigative reporter, published a story in which AOC, Ilhan Omar, and 15 other Democratic lawmakers who were arrested on Tuesday outside the Supreme Court coordinated the stunt with the help of Center for Popular Democracy Action Fund, who an organization that asked AOC and her colleagues to quote unquote submit themselves for arrest in front of the Supreme Court. Jay, if any organization should tell you to submit yourself, it should be to submit yourself to the will of Allah.
Absolutely. That's the only place you need to submit. You submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and subjugate yourself into full submission to your Lord, Allah.
So both AOC and Ilhan Omar insisted that what they did was very different than a publicity stunt. Obviously, we could all tell that it was a publicity stunt. It was so much a publicity stunt that we're talking about it now. But honestly, my favorite part about it is that I orchestrated the arrest. So you're welcome, America.
Which is absolutely amazing. I mean, the fact that you were able to save democracy the way that you did is just mind-boggling to me. And you deserve a lot more credit.
I do,
for the fact.
I do.
Yeah. Absolutely. For that fact, absolutely. And 100%. and it's hilarious that but this type of stuff is orchestrated all the time by these groups. Like fake fucking arrests, fake stunts like this for the camera, because then what happens? ABC, NBC, CNN, all of these places, they start writing articles saying that AOC was arrested defending human rights and the right to kill babies until whenever the fuck you want.
I mean, so one of the things that got on the list this past week was a tweet made by AOC from her account, her Congress account, congressional account. I think I just had it here. Of course, when I need something, it's not in front of me. This is why Spencer Sachs is fired.
Well, I mean, even when he's there, he still doesn't get us what we need or want during the fucking show.
So he's triple fired. No, we actually. So this was AOC tweeting. Oh, I just had it right here. Here we go. Basically, in the follow-up or in the aftermath of the Dobbs decision, AOC tweeted out, with our basic rights under threat from a rogue Supreme Court, Congress needs to exercise our legal authority to the fullest extent. That's why today we called on Senator Schumer and Speaker Pelosi to support stripping the Supreme Court's jurisdiction over abortion. And Habibis, I regret to inform you that AOC is pro-Dobbs now. Congratulations, AOC. Round of applause.
She
Beer.
Allahu Akbar.
Beer.
Allahu Akbar.
Beer.
Allahu Akbar. And it's hilarious that she joins the conservative majority on the decision of Dobbs. She joins them. This is her announcement.
You love to see it, Jay. You love to see it. And you want to know why it's so wild is because that's literally what the Dobbs decision was. It was basically the Supreme Court saying, you know what, the federal government, the Supreme Court, we don't have jurisdiction over abortion. That should be handled at the state level. And that is. And
then AOC is like, you better give us back the power to have jurisdiction over abortion rights. You shouldn't have this power. It's like, yeah, that's what the first Roe decision did, was give them give the court the power to rule over this.
What's wild is that literally because of this the Dobbs decision, it's literally the Supreme Court saying, "Hey, Congress, do your job," and AOC is complaining about having to do her job now.
Her and a lot of other congressmen and women. Is insane how much money we give these people to sit around and do jack shit. Absolute jack shit. They don't even try. I mean, for instance, just to give an example on how useless these people are and how useless they take their job, is there was a House vote that just went by to solidify same-sex marriage.
Codify,
and what did that one Dem in the Senate do?
What they do, Jay?
I think his name was Dubin, Senator Dubin. He said it's a waste of time. He's delaying the vote in the Senate after it unanimously passed in the House, and you have Senate Republicans saying that they would vote on it.
Okay, so pulling up the New York Times, the same-sex marriage bill considered dead on arrival, apparently gains new life. Which?
Dude, they just had a vote in the House.
Yeah,
it was 257 yays, 150 no's, and Durbin.
Oh,
thank
Dick
you,
Durbin.
Super Chuck. Yeah, Dick Durbin. I knew it was something like that. He said
all you had to do, Jay, was say Dick, and I would have known exactly what you're talking about because I know every Dick that ever existed.
Dick,
as a gay incel, of course.
Dick was the one who said it was a waste of time to go and vote for it.
Well, it could be a waste of time. I mean, Jay, I don't want to live in a world where you and I can't legally get married.
Can't.
They're
voting yes on it. How is it can't? It would have passed.
Jay, I don't want to live in a world where you and I can't get same-sex married.
You mean you mean you don't want to live in a world where you can't use this as an excuse to be a pretend victim within the United States?
Shut the fuck up. Let me have this.
Hold on.
Let me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to give the game away. I didn't mean to give the game away. I apologize.
Wow.
I apologize. Yeah, I mean, because if they vote on this, just like with Roe going away, they don't have any more carrot on their fucking stick to get people to vote for them on nothing.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But again, we've had plenty of discussions about everything with relating to abortion and same-sex marriage, and I want to like rehash everything that we talked about. The reason why we wanted to talk about AOC was primarily because we needed to dispel the myth that she had a big juicy booty, and two, that she was actually arrested. If she was arrested, Jay, why aren't the cops beating the shit out of her and Ilhan Omar?
Especially because they're brown.
I thought the Capitol Police and all police at all were racist as shit, and they just shoot people of color indiscriminately. Where is the outrage? Okay. In fact,
there should be more.
The Blue Lives Matter crowd is not out here saying, why didn't they beat the shit out of AOC and Ilhan Omar?
That's what should have happened. That's exactly what should have happened.
If Eric Swalwell was a part of it, you could then actually use the justification that he was trying to plant a dirty bomb, i.e.
exactly,
farting and crop dusting amongst the crowd. That's enough to put him down right there. I don't care who you are. If your mouth is open in the middle of him crop dusting, automatic death penalty.
Why? I mean, it's kind of tasty sometimes.
Automatic death penalty unless Jay is around. Then it's like a Make-A-Wish Foundation request, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right. 100%.
So
were they ever taken downtown? Were they ever taken and were they ever processed?
I don't know, actually.
None of it. It was all just a fucking play so they can get their donkeys in the fucking media to just write, oh, they were arrested fighting for your rights. And it's amazing how these donkeys just oblige them and fucking do exactly what they want. Exactly what they want. Not even try to fucking go into learning and seeing what exactly happened. They don't even fucking try. They just write those headlines and write the articles saying exactly what they want them to say.
Yeah. It's sad. Very sad. Sad indeed. The saddest you'll ever see.
Indeed.
So
are you the speechwriter for Harris?
Not. I mean, I'm on my way out. Gonna be replaced by a third grader. Anyways, that
would be an improvement for Harris.
President Yusuf al-Biden visited. Yusuf al-Biden visited Saudi Arabia this past week, where he met with the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and Habibi's. We now have a third consecutive Muslim in office. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. That is President Yusuf al-Biden giving a fist bump to Mohammed bin Salman, who in a closed-door meeting then gets fisted by that same Mohammed bin Salman. It's post-meeting. This is something that everyone was criticizing Trump when he went to his foreign trips, that he would like cozy up to dictators, and they're like, Biden is like, I'll never fucking do that, and then you get this shit right here.
It's just it's amazing. Like, Biden has lied and has misled and has said absolute horseshit from the
beginning of his fucking candidacy, all the way through his presidency, not one
Jay,
thing has come.
you're
come
cutting
to the truth.
out. You're cutting out royally, but also what's funny is that you were trying to say like candidacy, but the way it came out was Candace.
Did it really?
Yeah, it really.
That
did.
is fucking hilarious. How am I coming in right now?
Still choppy, still sound like a robot. I love it. I love every minute of it.
How is this doing this? I don't even understand. I have been recording myself for the past week, and it's been coming in okay.
How about
Hello?
now, Jay?
Oh, how about now? How about now?
Jesus
How's it sounding
Christ.
right now? Is it worse? Worse or better?
I mean, it's not better.
Better or worse? Worse or better? I don't fucking.
It's all awful. All of
I don't.
it.
I really do not understand what has been going on. Okay, you do this. I'll be.
Of course. Yeah, here we go. So as Jay figures out his sound equipment like the boomer that he is, let's talk a little bit about Biden going to Saudi Arabia, which for many people seemed like an opportunity for the president to confront Mohammed bin Salman about his ordering of the assassination of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi in 2018. Interestingly enough, from that meeting that Biden had with Khashoggi, Biden came out of that meeting saying yes, I confronted MBS about the Khashoggi assassination, and wouldn't you know, the fucking Saudis say, actually, he didn't say shit. And at this point, you know, Jay, if you're listening, which you're not, because I could see your screen right now. You're not even sitting in your fucking chair. At this point, who do you really believe? Do you believe the 79-year-old president with an applesauce brain who probably doesn't have memory that lasts longer than 3 minutes? It basically like goes carte blanche every 3 minutes. Or do you trust the late 30s, early 40s crown prince, evil dictator who on his own home turf could basically mold and shape the meeting however he wanted? It's tough to say. I can't trust really anything that comes out of the Biden White House or the Biden administration. So, I mean, I certainly can't trust anything coming out of Saudi Arabia. It's all about where do you realistically take more stock in. And honestly, just based on pure, skill, I don't think Biden said shit. Or if he did, he was completely dismissed, and MBS was able to just talk about what he wanted to talk about. I wonder if Jay plans on getting in here anytime soon, because honestly, I haven't done one of these solo monologues in like over a year since what?
You're doing absolute garbage.
I'm doing garbage, Jay?
You're doing garbage. How's it coming in now?
It's coming in great. It's coming on great.
Okay, it might have been like the wire. I think that's what it was. So I changed the wire and let's see what happens, because I've been like recording myself. Tell me it's not robotic. Mm-hmm. Is it robotic?
No, it wasn't robotic, but the lips were not matching the voice.
Oh, was it?
It is now, but in that first like 10 seconds. Oh god. No, you're
Let's
good.
do some
Jay,
69.
Getting back to what?
No, getting back to the trip. The trip of Biden
Saudi,
being completely looking like a fucking dickhead with one of our brothers.
Yeah. I don't trust the Biden administration, anything coming out of the White House, to say that they were stern enough with MBS about the assassination of Jamal Khashoggi. In fact, just by virtue of him having a fist bump with Khashoggi, with MBS, I don't think anything was made of it. And even if what was, the Biden administration already fell. They dropped the ball massively when they decided to sanction people within the Saudi government, but not MBS, who is the one who ordered the assassination.
Who ordered the fucking assassination. And you know what? He might have actually did fist bump Jamal. His hand, after they got hacked, might have still been in the office. So you never know. He might have fist bumped MBS and then walked into the office and fist bumped the severed hand.
Oh my God. I didn't even fucking get what you were saying. Oh my God.
But no, there's I say zero chance that Biden and the White House being truthful about, I mean, fuck even Biden knowing what the fuck is going on. He probably went there thinking he's getting lasagna. So the White House is lying, saying that they mentioned it. Absolutely false. They did not mention it. If they were going to mention it, they would have mentioned it in front of cameras to really send a fucking message. Right. But they did not. They're claiming they did it behind closed doors. And MBS, you know what he did? He played them like a fucking, like the dumb bitches they are, because he's like, they're like, oh, we're going to say we said this. And he's like, okay, say it. So they say it. They're like, oh, you're a fucking liar. You didn't say any of this behind closed doors. And
it turns into a game of he said, she said.
Right.
And you know for a fact that, like, if Trump, I don't know if Trump actually had the opportunity to confront anyone in the Saudi government post Khashoggi. I don't think he had the opportunity to, one, because of just by virtue that he did a Saudi tour in 2017, and then shortly after 2018, or at least like a year and a half after the Khashoggi thing, you had COVID break out. So probably even less than that, probably less than a year and a half. In any event, if Trump was still in office and he had the opportunity to go to Saudi Arabia in the second term, do you think that he would well, we know the kind of situation that would happen, because for one, Biden only really went to Saudi because the United States is not drilling any oil, and the US government is basically, going on to get that sweet mommy milky oil from Saudi.
Right.
And
they're begging everybody
because Biden's too pussy to drill here in the US on US land. And Jay, literally that is the only reason why Biden went. There was no other reason. There really wasn't any
There was
reason.
no other reason. No. And to bring up Jamal, they don't care. The White House administration does not care.
Dude, he's like tapping him on the shoulder. Biden's like, "Excuse me, Mohammed, do you have a moment? I really want to tell you." Oh, okay.
That's exactly how
that was him bringing up Jamal Khashoggi.
That's exactly what it was. That's probably exactly how it happened. And on to Trump, he wouldn't have cared either. Like, let's not pretend. Nobody gives a shit. No, not even the people in you had Max Boot writing an article saying, like, leave him alone about talking about Khashoggi, and the motherfucker works in Washington Post. He didn't even give a shit. Look, I know. Look, it's sad. What happened? It's shit. They should have been condemned and stuff. But Biden put us in this fucking situation. He put us here. We are here now begging the worst of the worst for oil. We're begging Saudis, we're begging Iran, we're begging fucking Venezuela, we're begging all of these other people to produce more oil to give to us, even though we can do it completely ourselves, not give a shit, and actually sell it to other people. Instead of doing that, the motherfucker is selling our reserves to Chinese companies.
And we're selling our public land to the Chinese too, public and private.
It's blowing my goddamn fucking mind. And we wanted to sit and talk about Trump being a Russia agent and shit while Biden is now dismantling all of our shit, our our economy. He's dismantling our energy independence. He's making us weaker in the Middle East. Like all of this stuff, he's completely fucking us.
He could at least buy us dinner first, Jay.
I wish. I fucking wish.
Anyways, well, the more we talk about Biden even having the energy to govern, a lot of talk is just focused on whether he's even going to run in 2024. We've kind of talked a little bit about it. He's at the lowest disapproval rating of any president in his term at this point in his presidency. In what, Jay? Ever? Is this like a historic new low? Like, has it ever been this low? I can't recall.
No, I can't either. Like, and also, if you saw the other poll that came out today, the Kunapika University poll, it came out saying,
hold on. Say that one more time, Jay.
Kunasipa. How do you pronounce it? I don't even know.
You mean Quinnipiac?
Quinnipiac. Fuck this shit. Anyways, that poll came out, and the one highlight out of that, I mean, of course, the whole thing is a highlight as well because of how bad he's doing, but it's how bad he's doing with the Hispanics. He's at a 19% approval rating with Hispanics. Yeah. I like that in it of itself. I cannot even think, like, when was the last time we saw a rating that low?
I don't know, but
among Hispanics, like, it's insane. Quinacapa, and I spell border BORDER. You dumb bitch. Every time I write border on Instagram, on Twitter, it autocorrects to BOARDER.
So, does this mean that all Latinx, Jay, are now are all white supremacists?
Not the Latinx, because whoever is the Latinos that actually say that they're Latinx are fucking retarded as shit. Just like all these other people who want to talk about pronouns, who want to do all this type of shit of inclusive language and blah blah blah. No, the Latinx are retarded enough to stick with Biden.
BS Leaving Las Vegas on Twitch says Biden's poll numbers are lower than Harry Truman. You have to go back that far, as he says. Or she says.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty bad.
That's really, that's over what, 100 years ago?
Yeah, that's 100 years ago. Harry Truman. Whoa, Harry Truman.
100 years ago.
No,
Hold on, bro.
I'm sorry.
Almost. That's like 80.
I'm thinking of Taft. Taft was 100 years ago. Truman was in the late 40s, early 50s.
Late 40s. So you're thinking about like 80 years ago. Almost. It's almost there.
100 years ago. Jay.
It's almost 100 years. Jesus fucking Christ. World War II is 20 years from being 100 years ago. Is 20 years from being 100 years ago. Do you think that people are going to make the same fucking argument that some make on slavery being 100 years ago? They're going to start saying, hey, the Holocaust was 100 years ago. Let's shut the fuck up about it.
Jesus Christ. Oh man! All right, well, let's get into some crime, Jay, because
because we're gonna get canceled here in a little bit. Let's keep on going.
Okay, let's keep it going. So, you want to talk? You want to talk about the 10-year-old, or you want to talk about the Greenwood shooting?
Let's go with the 10-year-old.
All right, so the 10-year-old, there was a 10-year-old Ohio girl who was there was a story that went around in which this 10-year-old Ohio girl was victim of rape, had to go get an abortion. We probably got demonetized. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point because we're already canceled. But I just want to highlight a few things here. So everyone's heard this story now. It's obviously abhorrence. The word, no, if you can even you can't even rack your brain around it because it's so horrific. And I believe we talked about it last week a little bit. My memory is a little bit fuzzy right now. So I can't say for sure whether or not we knew everything at that time when we talked about it. But apparently the way everything kind of took place, or the way everything sort of happened, was 10-year-old girl gets raped, gets pregnant, is taken across state lines to get an abortion. And it's later found that the boyfriend of the mother is the one who committed the crime, and the mother is the mother is defending the rapist. It's just all sorts of fucked up. And probably, and there's so many layers of complexity to it, because it's not like a cut and dry black and white type of case. It's not like it was done by a white supremacist, Trump supporter. It was done by an undocumented immigrant who has been in the country for 7 years. And as quickly as that was released, the media then swept that shit under the rug. I know there hasn't been any story about this since, because while they have charged the suspect with all sorts of crimes, and I think he's withheld they withheld bond or bail. They are now characterizing this rapist as a quote unquote Ohio man.
I know, it's amazing. Right, or Columbus man. Yeah, that's the articles that have been posted on NBC and all that kind of stuff. They have said that a Ohio man has been charged for the rape of a 10-year-old girl. They're saying, or Columbus man. And it's absolutely sickening how quickly these people who are out here for the rights of everybody, trying to be righteous and all this kind of stuff, just are completely silenced. There's no more reporting on this issue. They're not going to report on it anymore. You had to have right-wing publications report on it because they will refuse to. And it's looking more and more, and this is the scary thing, honestly. And I hope I'm wrong and it doesn't come out this way, but the reason why it wasn't reported was because the rapist and the mother are probably both illegal aliens, and the doctor didn't want to report that. Because she didn't go through the proper, or I don't know if the doctor's a she, but the doctor didn't go through proper channels in reporting a rape or reporting something like this. The doctor didn't fill out the right documentation for this.
Well, I mean, regardless of whether the documentation was legit or not, still, the fact of the matter is, because the person didn't check all the boxes, the alleged rapist didn't check all the boxes of the perfect villain for the media, that shit got buried so quickly. I honestly think, Jay, all you really need, I can't believe that even Ohio man isn't enough to be a perfect villain. I think so long as you're from Ohio, you should be demonized and vilified by everyone, not just the media.
Right. We should build the wall around Ohio for sure. And also Professor Pupper brings up a good a point as well, that the doctor also filed that the Ohio man as a 17-year-old when he's 27.
Yeah.
Like, it's sick. The whole thing is sick. Like, most of it is being sick. Like, now that they can't really want to use this,
so the fact
as the story front for abortion, they're throwing it under the rug,
right?
Because they'll be like,
should there be evolution of this story for a second? Okay, it starts off with a 10-year-old being pregnant and being taken across state lines to get an abortion. So everyone's talking about, Roe v. Wade. Now that that's overturned because of Dobbs, this is why we need abortion in all 50 states, right? We need nationwide federalized abortion on demand, for any reason, for any, look, Jay, I think
unlimited at any time, no restrictions.
I think, but Jay, you and I can fully recognize that, like, in cases such as rape and incest for a 10-year-old, extenuating circumstances exist. And look, I am not going to tell anybody what to do or not, but if for minors to have kids, like, I would never want to put a child through that. So,
not only that, even the pregnancy is probably going to kill the girl. I'm surprised she was able to get pregnant, but I mean, some people do pass through puberty at 9. That's why Muhammad was able to marry Aisha, because she was able to get pregnant at 9. But medically, I mean, there's so much complications that go through a pregnancy when you're that young and not fully developed, because the thing is it's the hips. If the hips are not wide enough, like, that's what I look for when I'm trying to mate. Like, if the hips are not wide enough,
hold on, Jay, why how do you make this segue? Literally, how do you make that segue? How do you do that? How do you do that?
Hey, look, I'm here on the side of science. That's where I am.
Oh my God. God, this just completely derailed the conversation. God damn, Jay, what the fuck? I mean, everything. Look, so it started off with that, and then it was revealed that. So first of all, the initial pushback was that the story wasn't real. The story, it had to be the Jussie Smollett version of, an abortion story, because it just seemed too sensational to be true. So it turns out it was true when it was an arrest of Gerson Fuentes was made for the crime of raping a 10-year-old. Now, as that persisted, the discourse turned into, all right, we're going to now spike the football that this is a real story. Take that, conservatives, who then believe that it was a real story. Oh, but we're spiking the football over a 10-year-old rape victim. I don't know if anyone spiking the football actually felt any remorse for that. That's just a weird fucking thing to, like, do a celebratory, like, dance over. But then it turns into, the Gerson Fuentes, undocumented immigrant. Well, the libs definitely can't talk about it now, because if we do, then we lose our entire contingency of Latinx voters in the next election. And lo and behold, the what do you call it, Jay? The Quinnipiac poll reveals that Biden has the lowest approval rating among Latinx of any point of his presidency.
At any point of any presidency within the last fucking 80 years.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm talking about with the Latinx, Jay. And also, you sound like a robot again.
Do I really?
Yeah.
That's insane. I don't even understand why that happens. Because I have feedback for myself, and I sound perfect.
Jay, you're perfect to me. That's all that matters.
Right? That is all that. Okay, how about now? Hello? Hello?
Still shit. Still terrible.
Is it me you're looking for? Because I see it in your eye.
So I don't know what.
Okay, good. All right, so you can hear me like moan and shit, but I'm still coming in as a robot.
Yeah. Still very robotic.
All right, it's gonna come back fine in a little bit. So just keep on going.
All right, we're gonna keep on rolling. So the next story we want to talk about is this Greenwood Mall shooting that happened in Indiana, where I don't know what the name of the shooter is. I don't know if it even matters, but there were five deaths. 5 deaths.
5 deaths for what?
In the mass shooting in Greenwood Park Mall.
Yeah, I think there was 5 deaths.
Yeah, so 22-year-old Elijah Dickin becomes the hero of the day because the 22-year-old at the mall, apparently, I mean, in most cases, wrong place, wrong time, right, Jay? In this case, wrong, right? He couldn't have been in the righter place at the righter time because this dude literally whips it out, and I don't mean his penis, I mean he actually whips out his gun, and he
would whip out like a fucking huge ass penis too.
I mean, if he whipped out his dick and shot him and killed and basically neutralized the shooter with his dick, I think we got to give him the Medal of Honor. But basically, he whips it out, puts down the shooter, in the span of what? How many seconds, Jay? In like the span of like 10 seconds, this dude, 8 out of 10 shots nailed the shooter. I don't know where the other 2 shots went. They probably went into like a Jamba Juice and fucked with the machine, or maybe the McDonald's machine, which is probably why it doesn't. The machine is always broken. But Elijah Dickin. Oh, I'm sorry. He was 40 yards out. Put 8 of 10 bullets in the shooter in literally a second, in 15 seconds. Was it 15 seconds? I thought it was 8 seconds. I don't know, but it was 15 seconds, which Jay.
It's impressive because he shot.
15 seconds is longer than I last in bed. Okay.
Right.
Think about that. Okay. Think about it. Are you thinking about it?
Well, I already know. Like 3 seconds is your max.
That's my max. This guy did it in 5 times that amount. He neutralized. I mean, it would have been impressive if he did it in 3 seconds, but what are you going to do? I mean, obviously the kid's got stamina.
Yeah, he can do it. He can pull that finger.
Yeah. So, Eli Dickin.
Have you ever played those games? What are they called? Time Crisis. Those arcade games. It's Time Crisis. It's a shoot 'em up Japanese game where you take the gun and you shoot or you cover, and there's a little pedal. So you hit the pedal to cover and you let go so you can come back out and shoot the people on the screen. And the best way to do it is actually take your finger and just go like as quick as possible.
Are you saying that's how you got good at third base?
No, I'm talking about the game, bro.
Are we sure? Are we talking about the same thing?
Yeah, we're talking about. Oh, have you ever been? Okay. I'm sorry. Not the Japanese Time Crisis game on the arcade because I love Asians.
Time Crisis,
but okay, how about like have you ever been paintballing?
Yes.
Paintballers, they take the paintball gun and they go.
I see.
So you could do the same thing with a handgun.
So you're saying that's how he put all those bullets inside.
Yeah, that's how quick. I mean, that's how you can make the gun come 15 times within 15 seconds. You take the gun and.
So what you're saying is that he just has an amazing stroke game, which is why, and with incredible accuracy, which is why he was able to put the shooter down.
Yep. And it's like what Super Chuck over at Rumble is saying, Japanese finger banging. That's the best way to do it. Super
Chuck gets it. 100%.
He got it.
Essentially.
God damn it. Fuck, I'm the only one drinking.
Jay, don't worry. I'll get back on that horse. This is how after that shooting, the New York Times puts out this article titled "After Indiana Mall Shooting, One Hero but No Lasting Solution." So what?
God, I swear to God, these fucking who Who is out here writing these fucking headlines? Like, can we just put a law in where we can go and murder? Sorry, not murder. Sorry, because if the law is in, it's halal. It's not murder anymore. It would be sanctioned.
At this point,
To beat the shit out of these people.
Jay, literally after Uvalde happening, and then we're gonna get into that next. But literally after Uvalde happening, the discussion of, well, if and Chris Murphy, senator from Connecticut, trust me, I disavow being from Connecticut, says that if 40 cops cannot confront an armed gunman in an elementary school with an AR-15,
400.
What makes it so that any private citizen should be allowed to carry a gun inside a school to neutralize a shooter?
It's just insane to me. And also, like, what do law-abiding citizens do? What do they do? More often than not, they obey the law. So when there's
mom, but okay.
But I mean, yes, I mean that's because it's sanctioned by Sharia law to do it. But they won't be in school with a gun, because unlike criminals, they usually 95% of the time obey the law when it comes to.
Why 95% of the time? What's the other 5%? Like that they're like parking a handicap spot?
Yeah, or be heroes and actually have the gun and actually have the gun during a mall shooting.
Is that breaking the law?
I mean, if you're in there without a, I mean, do they cancel out? Like, you broke the law to be in there with a gun, but you save people's lives.
Did Eli Dickin get? Did he get cited? Were they going to charge Eli Dickin for any violation, any breaking of the law by carrying a firearm on his person to put down the shooter?
If they do, it would be suicide, by political suicide, to do something like that, especially because
they could obviously not press charges, but it's obviously up to the discretion of the police or law enforcement officer. But was he lawfully carrying a firearm? Do we know that? Does anyone
I'm not sure. I don't know. I think he was.
If the chat knows, please tell me.
Right. I think I don't know. I'm not sure. The gun-free zone was mall policy. Oh, okay. It was mall policy, not law.
So,
okay.
Basically what happened is Eli Dickin hailed as a hero, but he's banned from the mall for life. Terrible.
Oh, the poor guy.
Injustice.
The poor guy. He can't be in a place where people are wanting to shoot up other people. It's getting crazier. I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one who's seeing this, but it's getting fucking crazier and crazier. And people are more bolden. They're more bold. They just go into a fucking Louis Vuitton, or they go into a CVS, or they go into a fucking Walmart and shit, and they just take whatever the fuck they want in places like here in California.
That's in California, okay? So get the fuck out of here with that shit.
All right.
Super Chuck 20 on Rumble says he had a concealed carry permit. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean that's great, and the people like that one guy, that one Dem senator, Murray. Is it Murray?
Chris Murphy.
Murray or Murphy? Murphy. Okay.
Like 2 minutes ago.
All right, I'm drinking. Chris Murphy bringing up like Uvalde as an excuse to say that you cannot say a good guy with a gun anymore is fucking horseshit. It's horseshit, because when we say good guy with a gun, we don't mean the police, because if anything, these past fucking weeks, not only weeks, months, if you're a business owner, months, the police are not going to do shit. The DA is not going to do shit. They're not going to charge these people who steal your goods. They're not going to charge them if they fucking out threaten you with a weapon, if they actually assault you or anything. If anything, what we saw in New York is we saw a clerk actually defend himself and kill a guy and be charged with fucking murder. He was a clerk under a convenience store who protected himself. And he is the one who's going to be charged. While the guy who tried to rob him had multiple criminal records that were excused and waived off by the dumb fuck DAs. Insane. This is insane.
So, yeah.
And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but Soros, fuck you.
So, getting into Uvalde, a lot more footage being revealed from Uvalde. That you saw footage. I'm not going to show footage just obviously because it's way too depressing. But
it's so depressing.
The man who was trying to save his wife who was shot. There's video footage of him basically being turned away by the police to go in and try to save his wife. She ended up dying, and obviously it's a horrific situation. Literally, the police prevented any good guys or good people who were legally armed to go in and take matters into their own hands because the police literally did nothing. I don't know where libs get off on this point, or at least not even libs, but anti-gun advocates, these gun control advocates, saying, "Oh, you know what? The state couldn't do anything, and because the state couldn't do anything, that means you can't do anything," which is literally the talking point that Chris Murphy and Dems as a whole are saying. I actually want to find this clip of Murphy saying this because my dick was inverted from hearing it because it's so disgusting.
It's so
and
fucking
obviously that's not a tall task because obviously I have a 2-inch penis, but I feel like I just wanted to provide that visual for everyone because you're the Habibis and you deserve obviously the best of your imagination.
Yeah.
So Spencer isn't showing up for some reason. What's that, Jay?
No, I'm just saying they do deserve the best content we can actually provide them, and everything that happened in Uvalde is sick and disgusting. And the fact that we have no resignations that happen is what is absolutely fucking wrong with the American government is that we do not hold these fucking people in power accountable. These authoritarian people are not held accountable whatsoever. Afghanistan, Uvalde, like all of this stuff, they need to be held accountable. They're not.
So this is the tweet from Chris Murphy saying the Uvalde video puts to bed forever the question. So Chris Murphy tweets on July 12th. The Uvalde video puts to bed forever the question of whether the way to deal with bad guys with guns is to make sure there are more good guys with guns. We've always known it was the gun industry created a lie designed to sell more guns. Now we just have the gut-wrenching proof. Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
It's absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting that they will use this as a way to forward their policy. But the politicians have a motto, and their motto is never let a good crisis go to waste or tragedy go to waste. They will use whatever means necessary. Exactly. And they will use whatever means necessary to further their agenda and their policies and all of that kind of stuff. And if Uvalde showed anything to me, it showed me that the protection of your family and yourself is in your own hands. The government's not going to do shit.
No, they're not. And we've seen it. We have seen it firsthand just how fucking awful it is. You need people like Eli Dickin. You need people who are look. I don't know what his state of mind was, whether he was afraid or not. I was gonna say like people who are unafraid. Clearly, in that situation, I think anybody would probably be shitting their pants if they were caught in that situation. But he was not shitting himself nearly enough to act and save countless lives by neutralizing the shooter. And the fact that he is not being punished for it obviously is a good sign. If he was being charged for that shit, I look, at least the police have enough self-awareness to understand that if they had charged Eli Dickin with a crime for any reason, we probably would devolve into civil war.
I think we would.
We would. Now you sound like a robot.
Do I really?
Okay, sir.
Really? God damn it! I think it's just me.
Sir, why are you sounding like a robot every single few minutes, sir? Here we have
I don't know how. I don't know.
Kirat over here. He comes in. He says, "It's been more than 2 weeks." Pakistani accent now, sir. It is here. Okay. We have not done live show in 3 weeks. Okay. Last live show, sir, was technically in June. This is first live show.
June.
Since we had America Mega Pride Month.
Right. It's been a while.
It has.
And I'm doing a speed test, and I'm 500 up, 500 down. Like,
but bro,
I don't know what's going on. It might be
okay. You have
it might be one. I'm gonna need to update probably some drivers and
you have
buy new wires and shit,
sir,
and see what's going on.
Computer, most shit.
I don't though. The computer's actually pretty good.
It's not the most shit computer I have ever seen in my life.
I like the computer. I like it. Should I try turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yes, sir. You should do that. I'm going to go to our next segment, and that is Ask Us Anything. Tyler Smith, $20 for his new.
Wait. Is that Tyler or Taylor?
It is Taylor.
Okay, so you say Taylor Smith, not Tyler Smith, right?
No, it is Tyler Smith, sir.
God damn it. There's no A in it.
Why are you saying Taylor, sir?
God, because TY is okay, fine. It's Ty, so Tyler. Okay, you're right. You're right. I apologize.
Anything, we are open book, okay? We are open book. You can ask us anything, sir.
J equals robot. Thank you so much. I am here to speak like robot. Thank you very much.
I love how Jay, in the few weeks that you've gone robotic, you've proven yourself to be faker than Mark Zuckerberg.
Right. I'm lizard person, 100%. And honestly, Taylor or Tyler, Alice is not. She is not over me at all.
Who?
At all.
Who?
She knows who.
Barry Jen Rubin says, "Did you see David Hogg act like an asshole today?" As opposed to what other mode of
of person is he? But he's talking about he disrupted a hearing. He did. He disrupted a hearing and just made an ass of himself.
Maybe. Flapper says, totally clipping that. I'm lizard person. 100%. It's about time.
I'm not, though. Jesus.
Any
Hank
other
Hillbilly.
Oh, go ahead.
You have a big week, Siraj, meeting with Biden and arresting AOC. What are you doing next?
Hank Habibi, it's a great question. Allah knows best, so I'll just leave it at that.
Mashallah.
Because honestly, you can't predict next week. The only thing that I will try to do is eat your mom's ass. That's the only thing. I probably won't be successful because no woman has ever said yes to me. So I'll probably just settle for eating Jay's ass.
And I can't wait for it, especially when I'm down there on 9/11.
Fuzzy has a question for Jay. Jay, you want to read that one?
Out of all the events you've been hired to perform at, whether it's corporate event or bachelorette party, what's the furthest you've ever been tossed, you Oompa Loompa sized donkey? So when I dived into your mother's pussy, Fuzzy, for the show down in Tijuana, she actually shot me out 69 yards. That's the furthest I've been. Like, she pushed me the fuck out of her pussy after I dived in. It was insane. It was insane.
Strong.
69 yards.
Those vaginal walls are strong, Jay.
Well, of course. I mean, to be able to give birth to fucking Fuzzy, you would have to. You'd have to be.
You have to be. Josh, he says, I know what Siraj isn't doing, getting the postcard sent. Yeah, I probably should really get on that.
I think so. I mean, what's really hilarious about this is that about a year ago, we were like, oh, yeah, in 2020, 2 years ago, you're like, yeah, I'll send Happy New Year postcards on Easter in 2020, and we're in 2020 fucking two.
Yeah,
like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah. I wish I had a better answer for you, but I don't. Yeah. BS leaving Las Vegas says, Siraj Hashmi, if you look 538, how popular is Joe Biden poll? The only poll that's lower at this point in their term is Harry Truman at 33%. That's pretty wild. Over on Rumble, Superchuck20 says, do you think when the July 28th GDP numbers come out that the USA will be officially in the Biden recession? Look, I'm not cheering. I don't think Jay or I are cheering on a recession, but we're obviously not. We're realists, and we can recognize that we are in the middle of a recession. So, will the media call it, or will the media call it the Biden recession? Maybe. Look, at this point, I think that Biden has become so unpopular that the media is probably openly cheering for his downfall so that they could get AOC to run a primary challenge against him. Right?
I don't know if it's going to be AOC to run against them. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be AOC because.
Who do you think it's going to be? Do you think Bernie's going to run again?
I think, fuck no. I mean, they're too old. Like, Bernie's too old. Trump is too old. Biden is too old. And the fact that Harris is the VP, it is the worst case scenario for Dems and the DNC. It's the worst case. And I think there's going to be more and more pressure on Biden to not run because of how shit he is. Mm-hmm. But who's the person that actually has the same or lower approval rating than Biden?
Kamala?
Exactly. So they're in a rock and a hard place right now.
Hard.
They really are. They really are. And it's absolute shit for them. I think they need to like distance themselves from both of them and go with somebody that's out of left field that can relate more to people, not a Biden-esque person, not a far left person, but somebody who Biden pretended to be. Because Biden pretended to be like a moderate.
He's literally been every side of the spectrum.
No, he pretended, like when he first started, he pretended to be moderate. Like the last moderate Democrat and shit. They have nobody. Nobody. And nobody will fall for any of them stating that type of shit. That's why if Trump runs again, he will be able to win it because we know what Trump is and we know what liars all these other people are stating that they're moderate. They're in the middle. They're all this type of shit.
Yeah, I just don't know. I think, well, do you recall, and again, I don't know if this is legit or not because Biden supposedly said that he had cancer. I don't think that had to be like a he had to misspeak, right? He definitely didn't. He did have cancer. He had like skin cancer, but he doesn't have like cancer, like, you know, something like terminal, right?
No, I don't think he does. But the fact that we saw Democrats. I mean, not Democrats. Well, they probably already are, but we saw journalists run to his defense. Instead of asking questions and clarifying shit, they ran to his defense when he makes these gaffes. They all run to his defense. Right. And the funny thing is that the same people who do this make fun of other people who said, "Oh, you gotta take Trump literally, but not seriously, or take Trump seriously, but not literally," and all this type of shit. The same people who said that shit are out here being like, "No, it's a gaffe. He didn't mean it like this. Don't take Biden this way. What you should think." It's disgusting. Instead of holding them accountable, holding Biden accountable, they're out here trying to cover for him. And then they whine about why the trust in the media is as low as it is.
So, yeah, answering that question, I think everyone in the chat seems to agree that it was his skin cancer from several years ago that he was referencing. So he doesn't have cancer that we know of.
No.
But he is that. You want to know why, Jay? Is because he is the cancer.
Yeah.
Cancer in our country. Polly-O has a question saying, "Dudes, I need some clarification. Are you all going to be continuing HPH on YouTube? I'm afraid that I'm too much of a boomer to take on another app like Rumble." Polly, stay tuned. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. I can't give you an answer because we broke 20,000 subs on Rumble, and we're looking to expand. So we might go all in on Rumble. We might. We're certainly not going all in on YouTube. I'll tell you that much. So
right. And also, to be fair, Rumble and Rumble's app is actually pretty easy to use. I mean, if you download Rumble's app,
and the TV app just came out too.
There you go. So you can if you like to mirror it on your TV and shit, you have that.
You don't even have to mirror it. Yeah, you literally could download it on your smart TV and watch it.
There you go. I mean, and it's really easy because, like, for example, I only follow on my Rumble app. I only follow Habibi Power Hour and Tulsi Gabbard. And obviously there's a reason why, because Tulsi Gabbard is a big Asian, big juicy booty Asian.
All right, so Jay, if we were to rank them in terms of juiciness, and I think someone had the question. I don't know. I'm looking on Rumble, see if it's there. The Rumble app literally is easy. It's actually very easy on your phone. And we have a dark mode too, so it's actually not that bad for those of you who are worried about switching to a new app. Why can't I find it? It was just here. It was something along the lines of Jay. It was a question for Jay. I know this. Whoever asked the question, I apologize. I don't know who asked it, but it was Jay.
Who goes crazy everywhere?
Huh?
He asked it. Who goes crazy everywhere?
Oh, was that the one where how juicy of a booty does it have to be for you? Oh, yeah, here we go. No, it's High Priest Gabagool saying, question for Jay. You want to read this one, Jay?
Yeah. How big and juicy must a booty be for you to eat it? Hey, High Priest Gabagool. If you went and got a watermelon that was like this big and really hard, would you eat it? You wouldn't. You would not even go past it. You wouldn't touch it. If you went and got a mango that was red and this big, would you pick it and cut it and think that you're going to have juice in it? No, you would not. You would not do that. Would you get a granny apple thinking that you're going to get juice out of it? No, you would not. If you got an orange that wasn't fully ripe and orange, would you get it and squeeze it? You would not, because you would not get the full effect of the fucking fruit. You wouldn't. Same thing with a peach.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Faye BB says, Siraj, that was such a tragic way to humble brag about the 20,000 number on Rumble. What you really know is really like 2,000 real accounts and 18,000 fakes you made during your work day.
Work day. Because you know what's really funny? Like, Faye, you have to know this too. Siraj, when does your work day start? When do you wake up and actually do your work day?
Jay, work never stops.
It is somewhere around 10 to 11 o'clock in the morning.
That is a lie, Jay. You should know better. You should know better. After all, I'm too busy arresting AOC to focus all my efforts on
your thought in your mind right now is like, Jay, shut the fuck up. Jenna is probably watching right now.
I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about having enough time to arrest AOC, okay? So whatever you said is Islamophobic. Jan says it's a work day. Quote, in quotes, work.
BS leaving Las Vegas says, why they gotta call it dark mode and not Black Power Pride mode?
Honestly, that's a better name for it, and I would call it that every single time. Because then I could yell out Black Power and then follow it by Pride mode, so people actually know that I'm talking about dark mode and not obviously the black supremacist state.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah. Twerk day. Twerk day. Wait, we're doing it. 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 Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. We're still doing it. We're still doing it. You're welcome.
I'm wearing my work pants too.
You're welcome. You're gonna.
I bought Lululemon work pants, and they're absolutely fucking amazing. They're worth every penny. Every penny.
I'm just glad. That for one, you now have that image seared into your brain. As Hakirat says, what a terrible day to have eyes. And High Priest Gabagool with this warms my heart. Siraj's booty is bigger and juicier than Jay, so that means Jay, you got to eat it now.
It's true. I mean, I'll eat it again once I get down there. Absolutely. Master
Thief says, and that's how Siraj and Jay got monkeypox. Hold on, real quick. Before we go for the evening, this was too good from Khalid, who tweets at _Asmi. Speaking of monkeypox, it's probably one of the funnier things I've seen with respect to anything monkeypox related. And let's see here. Do we get a Chrome tab here? There we go. It reads, when Siraj Hashmi sees a pop-up monkeypox vaccination line, he goes straight to the front. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that, shall we? When I throw it back, fast enough. If I speed it up, think you handle that. You ain't ready for the first time. Go back. Gotta get out of their way. And go straight into the front of the line.
Amazing.
Shout out to Khalid. Follow him on Twitter at _Azmi, AZMI. So that's beautiful. Beautiful right there.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we segued that from us twerking to just, me twerking into the front of the monkeypox line. So Habibi's, do we have anything else, Jay? Cold Beer says, Siraj, care to comment on Manu's transfer window? Is Cold Beer, Jay, do you know Cold Beer?
I have no idea.
Is that your alt?
That is not my ult.
Do you want me to comment on Man U? Because I know jack shit about the Man U transfer window right now. I'm only focusing
I have no idea.
I'm only
I have
focusing.
no idea as well.
You have no idea? Why are they asking me?
Nope. I have no idea.
Sound like a robot again.
Awesome. Also, I got to go pee and
yeah, no, you got to go pee. So, Habibis, thank you so much for joining us on Habibi Power Hour. As always, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. Go and follow us on Twitter at Siraj Hashmi. You can find Jay at Asliken, ASSLIKEN. And of course, our locals community. Use that promo code JenRubin69 for 1 month free. I don't know why I can't find the fucking pro. Oh, here we go. Boom, right there. So there you go. Your Habibi Pros promo code on locals. We do the list stream on there every Tuesday night or whenever we get the chance because, again, we're boomers. So for Habibi Bros, I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Jay Kobbe.
We'll see you next time on Habibi Power. Peace and Masalama.